Nobody likes your stock Aerowheel. Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh. Maybe you do like them. But what if I told you that either way, there is a much better option that actually looks a little more stock and less like a cheap hubcap? So first off, let's talk about what these things are and why Tesla puts these on some of their vehicle stock. Now, obviously these are definitely the cheaper option, but there's actually a reason that these are more than just a regular hubcap. It's actually in the name. It's an Aerowheel, meaning it makes it more aerodynamic, and it actually gives you a little bit more range on your Tesla. So yes, technically these aren't hubcap, but yes, they're hubcaps. They look like hubcaps. But these do kind of the same thing, go on the exact same way, and look way better. These are the Uberturbine style Aerowheel replacement covers by EVBase, who was kind enough to send me these for review. And I've tried several different replacements for the stock Tesla Aerowheels, and so far, these are the closest to stock. And they probably look familiar, and you're probably at this point asking me, why are these stock? Well, it's because you've seen these before. You've seen these on more expensive Tesla trims that actually have the real Uberturbine style wheels. Usually they're on performance trims of the Model Y and Model 3 after the years of 2021 and newer, but these are the exact same style, so they look a little more expensive and they just have an all-around more aggressive styling to them. And for somebody with a chrome delete on their Tesla and all black, window tint, everything set up, these look a lot better on the whole package overall. The main difference you'll get with these versus other Uberturbine lookalikes is the finish. The matte plastic coating, and yes, they are plastic, but the matte finish looks a lot closer to the actual styling. It's a lot darker, and the finish is just a lot more reflective in a satin finish overall. One thing I will note, these don't actually come with a Tesla emblem in the center. That's something you have to add later, but it's really not too hard. There's an adhesive, you can order these. I'll include a link to them below. Also, these actually have some advantages over the stock Tesla Uberturbine wheels. You see, the biggest difference is with the tires. So the stock wheels are actually an 18-inch wheel under this aero cap, and that means that your tires are a little bit bigger and a little thicker. And that's actually a benefit for a number of reasons. Of course, you know, maybe a cheaper tire in some cases, but otherwise, if you live in a city like me, like Atlanta, where the roads are just riddled with nice metal plates and potholes, that actually means your tires are going to be a little more resistant to having issues going through that bumpy road. Now, am I saying that if you have a stock performance wheel like a 21-inch or a 19-inch, you're in bad shape? Definitely not. But there is absolutely a proven track record out there among different car enthusiasts with skinnier tires having more issues with potholes. So installation is also very easy on these. All you do, you go to the edges with a little screwdriver or a pry tool of your Aerowheel, and you just kind of pop it off bit by bit around the wheel. And then putting these on, this is where you got to be a little bit careful, but nothing too crazy. It's the exact same styling of the clamps of the original stock Aerowheels, which is another big difference versus the other Aerowheels I had before. These actually mimic it and seem to hold on a lot better than the Zenfobs did. First off, there's this dampening foam with some adhesive on the back of it that you actually peel off and kind of put around the edge of the wheel there. This is actually to keep it from rattling or having any issues like hitting the actual underlying wheel. So you do this for each of the wheels before you put them on. So to put these on, you'll go ahead and line up the valve stem here for the tire pressure. And then once that's lined up, you start pressing bit by bit around the edges. I actually kind of go overboard a bit. I put some soft bottom shoes on and I'll lay down on the ground and kind of gently press them with my feet around. And you'll also want to press in the center when you're done. And that's literally it. You just run around the car and you add each wheel individually and then you're good. Now you can get on Facebook Market and sell your cheap Tesla Aerowheels and swap them out for something nice like this. Right then, so that's it. Super minor upgrade, probably the easiest one, even easier to put on than these mud flaps I did. But this has turned out to be my absolute favorite accessory I've added to the Tesla. It looks so stock and gives it this performance kind of aggressive feel. In terms of range impact, I haven't really noticed any difference. My Model 3 long range is still rated for around 300 miles on a full charge. And I haven't really noticed that diminish. The biggest difference I see that makes in range with this is more how you drive. If you drive more aggressive, it's probably gonna make a bigger difference than a couple more slats on the Aerowheels that weren't there before. I'm sure there's people out there who have done more scientific tests, and yes, maybe it's like a mile or two difference, but for me, such a minor trade-off is definitely worth the look. Overall, this package, the 18-inch wheel with the bigger tire and the same look for the most part, gives you a little more durability and peace of mind. If you want to pick these up for yourself, you can find it linked down below, and just for you guys, here's a discount code. And huge thanks again to EVBase for sending these out. I've been kitting this Model 3 out since I bought it. There's a lot of stuff I'm working on. I can't wait to show you guys. So as always, see you in the next one.